Have you ever wondered how a geopolitical crisis, like the current Red Sea crisis, could potentially impact global commodity markets? Welcome to a journey into the intricate world of global affairs and their influence on commodity markets. Today, we're focusing on the Red Sea crisis. This crisis is characterized by attacks from Iranian-backed Houthis from Yemen on commercial vessels traversing the Red Sea. This situation has led to a sense of reluctance among ship owners. Rather than braving the waters of the Suez Canal and the Red Sea, they're opting for the longer, more costly route via southern Africa. Such a shift in maritime behavior doesn't just affect the ship owners or the vessels themselves. It reverberates through the global commodity markets, affecting everything from the price of oil to the availability of certain goods. Now let's delve into what this shift in maritime behavior means for commodity markets around the globe. Oil, the lifeblood of many economies, is the first commodity that comes under the spotlight. It propels the growth of nations and fuels everything from vehicles to factories. It's also a key element in numerous products we use daily. From paving our roads to the plastic found in consumer goods, oil is crucial in our modern life. Today, we're examining how this resource is impacted by the Red Sea crisis, a geopolitical conflict with potentially wide-ranging implications. To understand, visualize a massive tanker filled with oil, embarking on a journey from the Middle East to the West. Traditionally, these vessels navigate the Suez Canal and Red Sea, a swift and cost-effective route. However, attacks by Iranian-backed Houthis have turned these calm seas into a turbulent conflict zone. The growing risk factor now threatens those daring to traverse this route. So, what's the alternative? Faced with these risks, ship owners consider a detour. The southern tip of Africa, known for treacherous currents and unpredictable weather, suddenly becomes a viable alternative. This journey is longer and more expensive. Consider this. A detour extends the transit time by 2 to 3 weeks, delaying oil supplies from reaching their destinations. It's a disruption that could have serious global repercussions. In business, time is money, and any delays result in financial losses. When it to oil, a delay could potentially lead to a surge in oil prices. It's basic economics. When supplies are delayed, demand often outpaces supply, causing a price hike. The increased risk of longer routes can lead to higher insurance premiums for these vessels. Shipping companies may have to pay more to ensure their ships and cargo are protected, further increasing the cost of oil transportation. This domino effect, caused by the rerouting of oil tankers, could ripple across the global economy. It's a chain reaction that starts with one decision, the decision to change course. The implications extend beyond the oil market. The choices made due to the Red Sea crisis could affect global oil prices. These fluctuations could impact everything from fuel costs to the price of goods. It's a complex web of cause and effect, where the actions of a few can impact many. This domino effect, starting with the delay in oil supplies, could potentially ripple across various sectors of the global economy. Its impact could be felt by everyone, from the average consumer to large corporations, and even influence the economic policies of countries around the world. It's a chain reaction that starts with a single domino, the rerouting of oil tankers. And as we'll see, this initial impact on the oil market might just be the tip of the iceberg. Another vital commodity that is significantly affected by the Red Sea crisis is liquefied natural gas, or LNG for short. The Red Sea, with its strategic location, has become an increasingly important route for LNG flows. It offers a direct and cost-effective connection between the gas-rich regions of the Middle East and the energy-hungry markets of Europe and Asia. But with the rising tensions and security threats in the Red Sea, this crucial transit route is now under threat. The crisis has led to significant delays and increased costs for LNG shipments. Imagine a traffic jam, but instead of cars, it's massive LNG tankers, all waiting for the green light to pass through the troubled waters. The longer these tankers have to wait, the higher the costs for the ship owners, traders, and ultimately, the consumers. The impact is not just financial, it's also about energy security. Many countries, particularly in Europe and Asia, depend heavily on LNG for their energy needs. For these nations, the Red Sea crisis is not just a far-off geopolitical issue, it's a direct threat to their energy supplies. If the crisis continues or escalates, these countries could face serious energy shortages. Moreover, the crisis is also disrupting the global LNG market. Prices are becoming more volatile, and the future supply is uncertain. Traders are finding it increasingly challenging to predict market trends, adding another layer of risk to their operations. The crisis has undoubtedly cast a shadow over the LNG market, with potential long-term implications for energy security and prices. As the situation continues to unfold, the world watches with bated breath, hoping for a swift and peaceful resolution. The ripple effects of the Red Sea crisis don't stop at energy commodities. They also reach the world of metals. With ship owners growing wary of the Red Sea route, the transportation of metal commodities has been significantly disrupted. This shift to the longer, more expensive route via southern Africa is causing an increase in shipping times. As you can imagine, this isn't just a matter of an extra week or two. These delays can extend to several weeks, even months. And with the world's industries relying on timely deliveries of these essential materials, the impact is far-reaching. Increased shipping times are just one part of the equation. The detour also leads to higher shipping costs. Fuel expenses, crew wages, and other operational costs pile up over the extended journey. And these extra costs are not absorbed by the shipping companies alone. They trickle down the supply chain, impacting the production costs of metal commodities. Now, if you're thinking that this might lead to an increase in metal prices, you're absolutely correct. The cost of production plays a significant role in determining the market price of these commodities. As production costs rise due to increased shipping times and costs, it's only natural that we would see a corresponding increase in the prices of various metals. This situation puts metal producers in a tough spot. On one hand, they face rising costs, squeezing their profit margins. On the other hand, passing these costs on to consumers could dampen demand, further impacting their bottom line. It's a delicate balancing act, and one that is becoming increasingly difficult to maintain amidst the ongoing crisis. The metal industry, thus, finds itself grappling with the consequential effects of the Red Sea crisis. While the agricultural sector may not be as directly impacted, it is not entirely immune to the effects of the Red Sea crisis. As we turn our attention to the agricultural sector, it's important to understand that even though the direct impact may seem relatively minimal, the crisis in the Red Sea still holds potential implications for this industry. Just like oil, gas, and metals, agricultural commodities also rely heavily on global shipping routes for their distribution. From grains to livestock, these products traverse the globe to meet the demands of international markets. And yes, the Suez Canal and the Red Sea play a significant role in this global supply chain. Now, the crisis may not cause an immediate and drastic rise in shipping costs for agricultural commodities, as we've seen with oil or metals. The reason? Well, these commodities often have more flexible shipping routes and the potential for storage, which can help to buffer against immediate disruptions. However, let's not be too complacent. Even with these mitigating factors, the agricultural sector could still feel the pinch. The longer and more expensive detour around southern Africa could add to the costs of these commodities, which could eventually trickle down to consumers in the form of higher food prices. Additionally, if the crisis continues to escalate, it could potentially cause delays in the delivery of these commodities. This could result in a ripple effect, impacting not only the cost but also the availability of food in certain regions. So while the agricultural sector might not be in the eye of the storm, it is certainly feeling the wind. It's a reminder that in our interconnected world, no industry operates in isolation. Even the agricultural sector, though less impacted, cannot entirely escape the ripple effects of the Red Sea crisis. As we have seen, the Red Sea crisis has far-reaching implications for global commodity markets. The oil industry is feeling the squeeze, with ships now forced to navigate longer, more costly routes. This has a knock-on effect on fuel prices, creating a ripple that reaches far beyond the region. The LNG flows too have been impacted, with the Red Sea's significance growing in recent years. As tensions rise, the cost and shipping times for metals are escalating, affecting industries from construction to electronics. Even the agricultural sector, though less concerning, isn't immune to the effects. Increased shipping times and costs could potentially inflate food prices, impacting households across the globe. If the crisis continues, these disruptions could escalate, leading to further instability in commodity markets worldwide. The Red Sea crisis, thus, serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of global markets and the potential ripple effects a geopolitical crisis can have on our everyday lives.